Well, folks, Spot of Nerd here, and obviously, if you have been paying attention this evening, today, tomorrow, whenever you hear about this, everybody's giving their take. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody is spouting off rumors and truths and facts and misleads and everything in between. And I thought I would just give my 2 cents on the attempted assassination of Mr. Donald Trump. And there's a lot of folks right now that I'm reading. I'm not going to go down like the whole what everybody's saying and all this stuff, but I want to speak mainly to my experience, just like maybe obviously a lot of people out there, because if you're shocked by this, I've said this before in episodes, if this just seems out of the blue, you're not paying attention right now to what's going on. And it's interesting, some of the main themes I'm seeing right now in the media, through social media and things like that. A lot of people are saying this is sad. This is really, really sad. And you got to ask yourself why. Why is it sad? This isn't something that we this was the last resort. Let's cut, like, if anything in this video right now, I genuinely wanted to give you something else. I'm currently working on my review for Abigail, which I've told you earlier about. It's going to be the new episode before San Diego Comic-Con. And then this shit happens. And this was one of those, it really did hit me. It really, really did. And you know what? The haters, I know they're going to come on strong. But what I'm referring mainly to is, again, my own experience in the place that I live with my current surroundings. Not 10 minutes after learning of an attempted assassination of Trump, was I surrounded by people cheering this on. And that is just, I am flabbergasted when I hear shit like that. So, if you are cheering this situation on, and you're simply, as some of the quote hashtags, how could you miss? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it when I say you are a pile of shit if you think assassinating somebody is a good thing. You are not a good human being if you believe that. Now, I've always said this, and I will say this forever until I'm blue in the face. I've always got to be careful what I say on here. I really, really do, because some of the saddest truths when it comes to employment, benefits, and things like that, the things that I could tell you would make your hair curl in relation to what I experience. I live in the Pacific Northwest. You can imagine what that's like, being somebody who is, like myself, a Trump supporter, a conservative, quote unquote, a right-wing individual. For all the matter is, I am a religious Christian person. I love it when I continue, and you're going to have to forgive the sarcasm, when I hear about all this inclusion and diversity and etc., so on and so forth. But you would not even believe what it takes to have the strength to bypass all of it when you're somebody who simply supports the man that was nearly killed today. It just, there is so much up here that I would love to get out here, but I've got to be very careful with my words, and I just felt the need to get something out. I know this might not make any sense, and maybe I'm going in absolutely no direction whatsoever, but I felt the need to come out and just basically say, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking pissed. I am angry, and I'm pissed, and I'm frustrated, everything in between. Not only just for the fact that there was an assassination attempt on the president, but the bottom line is, it starts to make you question a lot of shit. specifically with our own government, the fact that somebody was able to do this. The other part of it, the fact that basically, if you look at the rhetoric right now in relation to, yeah, let's look at the left and let's look at the right. Which side is pushing for violence? Which side is pushing for death? Which side is pushing for fascist, Hitler-like, end of democracy? Which side is doing it? It's not the guy that was attempted assassination today. If that makes sense. Sorry, my words sometimes get a little bit fumbled. But are you picking this up yet? And I'm talking to anybody on the planet. Like I've said, I do not give a rat's fuck what you are. As long as you are a law-abiding citizen, legal age, you're not harming anybody, you're not disrespecting anybody. I don't care who you are, what you believe, blah, 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 blah. But you know what I really wish would actually still exist in today's world? Diversity of thought. Inclusive thought. The fact that somebody else believes something different than you. And I am getting real fucking fed up with this whole, you're a Trump supporter, well then you're a racist and a bigot and you're the likes of Hitler. Trust me, I get death threats at least once a week through social media, all because of the beliefs that I have. And right now, I just feel it necessary to kind of speak to some of y'all directly because I know you'll be watching some of this. Again, I'm not saying I'm anybody special. I'm really, really not. Let's be honest. My videos average 20 to 40 views a video, and I've been doing this for borderline a decade now. So I'm not expecting much out of this, but I am trying to get what I'm trying to get across, like I said. This is getting to a point now. There's words that I can't really think of, or like I say, I have to be careful of. This is getting to a point now where even the most anti-Trump folks out there have to take a look at themselves and go, okay, we can battle each other, all the likes of whatever you want to call it. People died today because of who they basically want to be the next president. People were killed. Innocent people were killed just for attending a political rally. Do you understand how fucked up that is? To not even be able to go to a political rally without fear of losing your life. It's just, and again, I know I'm bouncing between all sorts of different ideas and all sorts of random shit, and quite frankly, I'm just gonna throw this out to the world. I'm not even gonna really edit this other than maybe put an intro because it's Spot of Nerd, just so you know who we were watching. I don't know. Obviously, I'm kind of rambling too because I'm just trying to make sure I put the right thought there, the right words, so on and so forth. But I can't not bring up the fact of the rhetoric that has been happening since Trump became a, quote, politician. It's the words that come out of some of these people's mouths, even our own current president's mouth right now, the rhetoric that is spoken. It was only a matter of time before today happened. It's absolutely a miracle, and God is real. God is unbelievable, the fact that he wasn't killed today. It is a true miracle. The man is a legend. The man is a warrior. And I forever believe in President Trump to literally change this world for the better. And you know how I know it? Because he did it once before. We don't need to go down the politics right now, but you have definitive proof. The guy that's in there right now, take away the fact that he doesn't even run the country. The man's been in office, public office, for 50 years nearly. Can you tell me one thing, broken record moment for you from Spotify, can you tell me one thing he's done that has changed people's lives for the better, that has changed the world's lives for the better? what is happening in this very moment, in this America, United States of America, what is currently happening is by design. If you have not picked up on that yet, I encourage you to go down those rabbit holes. Because trust me, just going down one rabbit hole is going to open your mind to a plethora of shit that you are going to get pissed at. They are so afraid of this man. So afraid. And let's be honest one more time. They are so afraid of him that they've tried to jail him. They've tried to, obviously they convicted him of beyond weaponization of the justice system. They've dragged his family. They've destroyed his life, poured millions upon millions, if not billions of dollars out of his pockets to try and defend his freedoms and his rights to be who he is. They've gagged him. They've pulled him off of all social media accounts. So what was left? And now, lo and behold, the only way to get rid of him is to legitimately get rid of him. And today, they actually tried to do it. But he's the fascist. He's the Hitler. He's the racist. He's the homophobe. And then you have people like me who support him. Oh, I must be the racist. I'm the homophobe. Even though, like, literally, probably my best friends are gay. Some of my best friends are black. But you know why? You know why I bring this? I don't care. I bring it up just for the fact that it just doesn't fucking matter. What matters to me is who the fuck you are. If you're a pile of shit, I want nothing to do with you. And I've said this many times before on this channel, and we will talk about it many times in the future. Ever since coming out as a Trump supporter, 99% of everybody in my life has walked away, all because of where I live in the Pacific Northwest. Where today, when the assassination attempt was done to President Trump, people were cheering it. People were supporting it. People were joking around saying, damn, they missed. These are people I work with. These are people that I'm surrounded by, so on and so forth. And I'm supposed to stay quiet. And I do. I don't condone violence. I don't condone any hate or disrespect. But I also, because of all my health crap, I need the paycheck. I need the health benefits. So I have to just sit there and smile. Because I'm a patriot. Because God forbid that I support this country that we live in that has given me more opportunities than I could ever dream of. But yet these other folks, whoever you might be, again, left and right, are just as crazy. You have literally been taught to hate your country. And you have literally been taught or controlled or manipulated so badly that you actually now want people to die. It was one thing during COVID for those that were quote unquote unvaccinated. Trust me, I have names. I can literally, I can show them if I wanted to. The amount of people that wanted people like me, the unvaccinated, dead. That was one thing. Now, just because of who you support and believe, what happens when we start going down paths we can't turn back from? What if it's, hey, you know what? I don't like Captain America. You gonna try to kill me for it? Sure, you could tell me. That's being a little dramatic. That's being a little bit of like, what the fuck are you talking about? But aren't we even taking that first step forward to that point? Is it dramatic? Is it over the top? We are so divided right now. There's no words to describe the level of division. It's psychotic how divided we are, all because of what your phone is telling you, what your television is telling, what social media is telling you. This is not society. This is not human society. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. It's everything in between. And I'm simply just here to tell you that I am fucking done. I am fed up. So yeah, guess what? Yours truly, Spot of Nerd, is a proud Trump supporter. I want this man to literally become the next president so that he can give the greatest middle finger to all of his opponents, all of those who want death upon him. Because the saddest part about it is, even with Trump bettering their lives through their economics, increasing their bank accounts, providing peace in the Middle East, they can't stand it. It's amazing. We're here, like we need to save democracy and yada yada. You've probably heard that a bazillion times in the last few years, shall we say. Hitler's the dictator, blah, 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 blah. The rhetoric is what is causing this. And I hope and I pray, I'll finish this video up, and I genuinely will pray that this has got to stop. Enough is enough. You want to talk about the rights, conservatives, the MAGA, being the ones that are all about violence and racism and hate and blah, 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 blah. Last I checked, nobody's trying to kill y'all. Nobody's trying to assassinate you. Now, obviously, I know there's things in the world that we could go down, different subjects. Sure, we could explore that another time. I'm talking about right here, right now. I don't see Biden any sort of assassination attempts. Kamala, I don't see any assassination attempts. Anybody else? No? Maybe? Enough is enough. This assassination attempt is the last straw of, if you are not waking up to what is really happening right now, God help you. Seriously, God help you. Because I fear for what comes next. I really, really fear for what comes next. And the thought of what they will try to do next to try and make sure that Trump does not end up on the ballot or does not end up as the next president scares the living daylights out of me. Living right now in the Pacific Northwest, surrounded by people who despise, hate, and want me dead, is something I never would have thought I would have ever experienced in my entire life. I remember reading books, and I'm even reading articles today. I did a review a couple episodes back where I was watching some more television series around the Holocaust. The Tattoo Artist of Auschwitz and We Were the Lucky Ones. You can go back and watch my review. Some of the most amazing series I've watched. And I'm reading about these stories and about what happened during that period. The rise of Hitler, the rise of the Nazis, yada, yada, yada. And it's literally verbatim what we are seeing today. People are being so mind controlled and brainwashed into actually believing that Trump is going to destroy the world, when lo and behold, it is happening at this very moment, at this very second. And I will simply say this, and I will end this video. We can stop that. We can stop that if we come together. Xbox, sorry. We have got to come together and change this. We have got to change this for the better, because today was a line that was crossed that should never have been crossed and should never be crossed again. The last time something like this happened was with Reagan. Interestingly enough, Reagan was an actor before he became president. Kind of similar stuff, isn't it? Very interesting if you go back and read the history. Please see what is happening. Please take a look at what has happened today and really, really evaluate where the priorities are. where the rhetoric is and what you can do to make sure that this division and this hatred stops. And it stops now. Because we don't want to go down a path where we can't turn back. We don't want to repeat the history that did happen, where it took the lives of millions of people. I'm not saying, again, going down that path of violence and death and war and all this other stuff. I'm simply saying wishing death upon somebody just based off of a belief is pretty fucked up. And if you don't realize that, may God have mercy on your soul. I'll catch you guys later. I appreciate you hearing me out. I appreciate you hearing me vent. God help us all. And God bless Donald Trump.